Hello, this is topic 9-5 on interpreting graphs. So, we're going to take a look at some word problems and translate these word problems into graphs and equations. So here we've got Lindsay, and she's purchasing the latest cross-country t-shirt. The cost of the shirt is $8. And then we want to personalize the shirt. So it is an additional 50 cents for each letter. Let's go ahead and start with the table. So this is my number of letters. This is going to be the final cost. And this is where we're going to do our work. This is going to be our expression. So I don't want to put any letters on my shirt. My shirt is going to just be the plain Jane cross-country shirt. And so it's just going to cost me $8. And so my final cost is $8. Well, I want a letter on it. Well, this time it's going to cost me the $8 plus the 50 cents, which is $8.50. If I want two letters, well, it's going to be the $8 plus the 50 cents times 2, which is $1, and so that's going to come out to $9. And so now I want to figure out what my expression is. I want to find out what my equation is. Well, if I do this times 1, that's the same thing. I didn't change it. And if I do the plus 50 cents times 0, that also does not change the value of the expression. Because multiplying by 1 keeps it at the same, and multiplying by 0 keeps it at 0. So my equation is what I see up here, but this number in the parentheses, I'm going to replace with x. And so this is that y equals 8 plus 0.5 x. Oh, now we want to graph this. Now, I know they've got this regular old graph here, but this graph really doesn't help us. And so I'm going to just kind of redraw where this is going to be my number of letters, and this is going to be my cost. And so this is 0, and I'm going to count some lines. So call that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And over here, we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. And so if I wanted 0 letters, it's going to cost me $8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And if I want 1 letter, it's going to cost me $8.50. If I want 2 letters, it's going to cost me $9. So 3 letters would cost me $9.50, and then $10. And I can already see the pattern forming, and so I'm just going to do it like that. And I get a straight line. Well, the slope of my line, this is going to be a little bit difficult because this is actually 0, 8, and this one is 1, 850. So I can't count rise and run because my graph is not evenly drawn. Alright, so my slope would be y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So 8.5 minus 8 over 1 minus 0 is 0.5 over 0, which is just 0.5. And what does it represent? Well, if I go back to my word problem, the 0.50 was the cost for each letter. Now what's my y-intercept? Well, my y-intercept here is at 8. And what does that represent? Well, back to my word problem, $8 is the cost of the shirt. Now we want to know if she puts 7 letters. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 would be right here, which would be 11.5, or $11.50. Now that's using the graph. Let's go ahead and solve it mathematically. So 8 plus 0.5 times 7 is 8 plus 3.5, which is 11.5, or back to 1150. So you can either use the graph or you can solve it mathematically. Mathematically may be better for you. Well, now let's take a look at this bottom question. It says, what would the equation be if the price of each letter went up to 0.75? So that means that my new M is 0.75. And the cost of the shirt went up $1. So that means that my y-intercept goes up 1. So that means 8 plus 1 equals 9. So that's my B. And so y equals 0.75x plus 9. Let's go ahead and look at our next example. Here, we're told that Rusty has a table that shows how much he charges to do maintenance work. And to write an equation, we've got to figure out some things. Like we need to figure out, well, how much is he charging per hour? Okay? And so I go ahead and figure out what the difference. Well, 39 minus 19. Well, this was $11 more for 2 hours more worth of work. Okay. And over here, the difference here is 22, and the difference here is 4. So 11 over 2 is 5.5. And 22 over 4 is also 5.5. So it's 5.5 per hour. My next question is there a starting fee? Well, let's figure that out. Well, it's $5.50 per hour, all right, or it was $11 for 2 hours. So what would it be for 0 hours? Well, here I'm changing by 2, and I know if I change by 2, this side needs to change by 11. And so 19 minus 11 is 8. Okay? And so yes, my starting fee is 8. So my equation would be that he charges $8 plus $5.50 per hour. Or another way to write that would be that y equals 5.5x plus 8. So my slope is 5.5, and what does it represent? That represents the cost per hour. And my y-intercept is 8, and it represents the starting fee. Hopefully that all kind of made sense to you. But now we need to go ahead and finish filling out the table. So we're going to use my equation. Y equals 5.5 times 10 plus 8. That is 63. And y equals 5.5 times 12 plus 8, which is 74. All right, last set of questions. Here we're given a graph of gallons and minutes, and it's saying water being poured into a bucket. So what's the equation of my line? Well, I need to figure out what m is. Well, I'm going up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I'm going over 1. So rise over run is 6 over 1, which is just 6. My b value looks to be at 0. So y must equal 6x. How fast is water being poured in the bucket? That would be 6 gallons per minute. And now we want to draw the graph but reduce it by 2. So that means that my m is going to be 4 instead of 6. So we're starting here. And so this will be y equals 4x. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. And I really can't do it again. Draw my line. And there we go. That was fairly simple. Good luck on your assignment and have a good day.